Hello and welcome to this lesson of our Git Essentials course. In this video we want to talk about what happens if we pull some changes that may conflicting with our conflict changes. And therefore we will create a kind of little merge conflict, of course, and then we just see what happens. But I can already assure you that we all know about any technique that we need to come over these problems that may occur. So to just produce this kind of a conflict, I want to once again do a change inside of our a.txt file. I switch with Shift-I into the insertion mode of the Vim editor, and I just delete something from the title here and hit escape ::WQ. And then I just bring up my commit command, and then I just say refine title. Then I need to do the git push to push these changes to the server. And we are fine on the left side. So and now in parallel, I also want to change the a.txt file. Hit Shift-I, and now I just say this is the letter AAA, and then I save this change here, and once again Control-R, looking up the commit command, and then I will say a.txt refine title. So, and this means that we now have committed a change that has a conflict with the change that is already on the server. And I now want just to do a git pull here to download the change, since I do not know what happens, right? And this now downloads the change, and now we see we have a conflict here. And the view is slightly the same. It is totally the same as we would do a merge from one branch to another branch, and just a conflict occurs. So what do we have to do? Right, we just have to open up our git merge tool. In this case, it is the Visual Studio Code editor. And now the Visual Studio Code editor has opened up, and now we see the conflict here. And I now just want to accept the incoming change, so the change coming from the server. This is my truth here, and I just do yet another correction. I say, okay, this is the letter A in this case. Now I save this, and now we will see that we are still in the merging status. We run git status one more time for one time, and now we see, okay, that we have some changes that can be committed. So this is our resolved file, and now we can say our git commit --all -message. Sorry for this. So merged from server, for instance. And as you may notice, this brings up a new commit. So this is once again our merge commit. Okay, so since we have pulled some changes, we have a conflict, we need to create a new merge commit to save our conflict resolution here. And to bring up the server back in sync with this change, we need to simply push this merge commit to the server. And then on the opposite side, or on the left side, we of course need to pull this resolved merge conflict to be back in sync once more. So I run git pull, and now you will see that we have already downloaded the resolved conflict here. And just to prove that everything is as expected, I bring up the log once more on both sides, and you will see that now the master and the origin master branch are totally in sync on both sides. In some cases, doing this kind of merge commit is a little bit annoying. Yeah? Maybe you just want to work on your feature and you just want to download the change from the server, and then you want to work on top of the changes, but you do not want to even create a merge commit yet. You want to do it maybe a little bit later on. So, and you can imagine if you integrate the master branch from the server once more and once again and once again and once again, you just would end up with a mess of merge commits that makes your whole history a little bit unreadable. And that's why you can choose to use another mode that is taken if you do this pull. And therefore, I just do yet another, I bring up yet another conflict. We now should be able to get used to this procedure. I open up the a.txt, hit Shift-I to go into the insertion mode. I bring back the article "the" in the text. I hit :WQ. I bring up the commit command. And now I say that I fix the title. And I push the change to the server. Oh, sorry, I missed the git in front of it. And now the changes should be pushed to the server. This is nice, and I do the same on the right terminal. I also will fix up the title here, but I just type this in this case. And I hit :WQ, exit the thing. I also want to commit my change. Oh, I already noticed that I have some misspelled a typo here in my commit message. And now I say, so fix title in a.txt. And now we are back in the same situation. And now I also want to do the git pull, but to understand this a little bit better, I will show you the log once more. So as you can see, our master branch is now ahead of the origin master, as you would expect. And now I will download the changes from the master. And therefore, so clear out the terminal once more, and therefore I once more make a git pull, but now I pass another parameter called --rebase, because you can also use the rebase strategy to integrate your server-side changes into your local changes. And this will do the following. It will download all the change set. It will come up with a conflicting file. So let's resolve this with our git merge tool once more. Visual Studio is ready now. We can resolve the conflict, and in this case I once more decide to use the incoming change. I hit save and I close the editor. And now we can say once more git status. You will see that we now have a modified file since we accepted the incoming changes from the server, and we can say git rebase --continue. And now this commit is applied. But to what is this applied? So let's check out the log once more. And now you can see that you have the same situation as before. You just downloaded now the origin master file, and you just applied the commit from the server on top of it. And I just show you how the log looks like. Oh, sorry. On this side, you see the origin master a.txt fixed title is here on your right side on the terminal. So you have downloaded all the changes from the left side, but you are totally free to work with your local changes on top of the master changes. So this is a really powerful pattern if you just want to synchronize your work with the work of the server, but you do not want to do any integration or you do not want to push your changes yet. This is a cool tool to just keep yourself updated with the server and do your work. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and we see us in the next lesson. By the way, if you still have any question about the video or if you have any further question, please do not hesitate to ask me and leave me a comment below. Thank you.